how can we create an offer that will pave the way to re-engagement with a prospect who doesn't have a short-term immediate need for your services? Well, the first thing that we need to do is recognize the mindset that prospective client is in. And that prospect is in research mode. If they're not interested in engaging with you right now and getting started, it's because they're trying to find out more. And it doesn't matter where they're at in their research, you can become a partner in that research process. And the beauty of that is that it's no longer a question of being across the table from them, like an adversary in a negotiation. You are now a partner in their research. So you get to sit on the same side of the table as they do. So what can we do to demonstrate that we are a partner in their research and do so that we can pave the way to future engagement and build a relationship over time? Well, there's a few simple ways. The old school way of creating an offer was to put up an ebook on the top 5 ways to avoid this or that. Here are 10 mistakes that say that people make when they're buying a home for the first time. How to avoid the 3 problems that you run into when you're trying to get your traffic ticket dismissed. That's kind of the old school way of handling these things, and people are getting kind of tired of them. And we've got some really great tools now that let us create a more interactive and risk-free sample of your expertise and also introduce the client to your personality. One of those is YouTube videos. So if someone comes to your website, you can refer them to your YouTube channel or show them a few of your YouTube videos talking about the kinds of things that they need to know in the course of familiarizing themselves with the specialty or the area that they're interested in. If they're looking for a real estate lawyer, perhaps there are some things you can talk about that will educate them on that process, things they need to know, perhaps the language or the nomenclature of your particular specialty. And the lead capture part of sending someone to a YouTube channel is the subscription. When someone subscribes to your YouTube channel, they are notified each time you put a new video online. Your videos also come up in their suggestions. So if they've watched 2 or 3 of your videos and there are 7 or 8 left, then when they go to the front page of YouTube, that will be one of the suggestions that comes up as they're browsing that front page. So that's an opportunity for you to re-engage and deepen the relationship with that prospect. So that's kind of a one-way street though. Once they've subscribed, there's kind of, unless they leave a comment and you reply back to it, still kind of a one-way street. And you can't send them messages very easily. So the ideal way to pave the way for re-engagement is to capture an email address. One great way of capturing an email address is to put a pop-up or a lead capture form on your website that invites them to a webinar where perhaps you do a presentation on some of the fundamentals that they need to know in the course of their research, and ends with a question and answer session, so they have an opportunity to interact with you directly. There's some fantastic paid software out there. That lets you do this, and I can provide a link to some of the options in a document at the bottom of this video. And there are also some unpaid options which are just as powerful, if not more powerful. One of those is Facebook Live. We have Facebook Live now, and people can engage with you on your fan page through a video window and watch you live and ask questions and interact with you. And this is a great way to deepen your relationship. Another option, which is similar to Facebook Live, is through live streaming through YouTube, which is very easy to set up. And typically what you do to make that happen is you use your cell phone and your YouTube app, or you use your Facebook app and your cell phone. Maybe sit your phone on a tripod and you can do your presentation straight to your audience. So you can schedule one of these things in advance, capture email addresses, and then notify those people by email when they're getting closer to the presentation date. And I would strongly suggest doing a couple of these a month. That'll keep you sharp. You're not going to become rusty and hesitant to do these sort of things. And it's also going to create urgency. So when someone comes to your website, they will see, for instance, if this is June 1st, 2017, if the message is that we're having a live stream presentation and Q&A on real estate investing, presented by a lawyer who does real estate law, and we're doing it on the 10th, that creates some urgency. Oh, this is coming up soon. You don't know whether there's going to be another one immediately after it. So you put in your email address and you get notified. So it creates some natural scarcity. And it follows the other rule of an excellent offer in that it reverses the risk. So they don't have to spend money with you to get a sample experience. And by sample experience, I mean they get exposed to your expertise and your personality. So they don't have to spend money to get that. And you get the opportunity to deepen your relationship with that prospect. And because you've captured their email address, you can also send them other things that are related to their research process so that you can deepen their relationship by email. And email marketing is still a very, very viable way of engaging with prospects. And when you own an email list, it is an asset within your business. It's a list of prospects who you can engage with over and over and over again. So even if you spent some money to get that traffic to your website in the first place, you can re-engage at basically no cost. There's obviously the cost of preparation time and the time it takes you to create these messages to go out again, or these videos to post to your YouTube account. But it's basically no cost to re-engage and deepen the relationship. And that's an important part of your sales funnel as a professional who's trying to build business and focus on business building. Is focusing on these clients who have a future need and aren't ready for you now. So the beautiful thing about a quality re-engagement pattern is that rather than doing the impossible, anticipating when they're going to need you, you are always giving them something of use that supports a future aspiration that they have. Because that's usually what happens with potential clients that need you later. It's usually an aspiration that they have that is being supported or could potentially be supported by your legal services. But you don't know when that is going to come to fruition. But if the relationship is kept alive over time and you stay on top of their minds with really good quality engagement, then when they're ready, they're already thinking about you, and the next step is hopefully a foregone conclusion. Hopefully you'll be the one that they call to engage you with legal services.